I need you to stop everything you're doing right now, because what I'm about to tell you isn't speculation, it's not analysis, it's not theory. At 7:43 this morning, 3 Republican Senate leaders walked into Mitch McConnell's office for what was supposed to be a routine meeting. They walked out 47 minutes later, and within 2 hours, Washington exploded in the most significant internal revolt since Watergate. This isn't about political disagreement. This is about senior Republicans concluding that Donald Trump has become ungovernable. Subscribe to the channel now and turn on notifications, because the next 72 hours will determine whether the Republican Party survives or shatters completely. Let's go. 3 scenarios. Scenario 1. Trump backs down, moderates his rhetoric, abandons the power grab, declares victory. Probability 25%. Scenario 2. Stalemate. Trump continues attacks without full war. Senate stays firm without advancing limitations. Tension through the election. Probability 50%. Scenario 3. Complete rupture. Total primaries, limitations approved with Democrats, formal split, electoral catastrophe. Probability 25%. My assessment, Scenario 2, slowly drifting toward 3. The division won't heal, it will gradually widen until something breaks permanently. Here's what you need to understand. This revolt isn't about Greenland or tariffs. It's about who controls the Republican Party. Trump demanded absolute authority. The Senate said no. That no changes everything. This is a structural fracture, political survival calculation. But here's what concerns me. When authoritarians feel cornered, they escalate. Trump has never faced a revolt like this. What happens when the attack targets his own party? Can the Republican Party survive a civil war? Can American democracy survive a party tearing itself apart? We're about to find out. Subscribe now and turn on notifications, because in the next 48 hours, 3 things will happen. Trump either backs down or doubles down. Republicans either hold firm or fracture. And we'll know if this revolt becomes a revolution or failed resistance. Tell me in the comments, will the Republican Party survive, or is it finished for good? The next 72 hours determine whether Trump controls the party or the party finally controls Trump. See you in the next video. Here's what nobody's reporting yet. Here's what I've confirmed through 3 sources inside the Republican Senate. Wednesday morning, 2:17 a.m., Donald Trump calls the Senate Majority Leader, demanding an immediate vote on the Emergency Powers Expansion Act. The ultimatum: pass it by Friday or I'll launch primary candidates against every single one of you. 6:30 a.m., leaked audio surfaces. Trump saying privately, I don't need the Senate, these people work for me. The audio circulates among senior Republicans. The reaction isn't fear, it's fury. 7:43 a.m., emergency meeting. McConnell, Thune, Barrasso, Cornyn. 47 minutes behind closed doors. And what these 4 men decided in that room represents the most significant challenge to Trump's authority from within his own party ever. To understand how serious this is, you need to know how Trump controlled Republicans for 8 years. Pure fear. 3 quick examples. 2020. Mitt Romney votes to convict Trump in impeachment. Immediate response. Romney is censored, isolated, politically damaged. Message sent. Defy me and pay the price. 2021. Bill Cassidy votes to convict, humiliates himself publicly, trying to redeem himself. The moment he stops being useful, Trump endorses his rival. Message: loyalty is never protection, it's delay. 2023. Kevin McCarthy negotiates debt deal. Trump disapproves. Weeks later, McCarthy is removed as speaker. Message: I can destroy anyone at any time. For 8 years, that fear was absolute, but this week, 3 factors completely changed the calculation. Factor 1. Brutal electoral math. 23 Republican seats up in 2024, only 11 Democrats. Polls show Trump association is now net negative. Montana, Ohio, Pennsylvania. Republicans 6 to 8 points down when tied to Trump. One senator said, I can defend conservatism, I can't defend chaos. Factor 2. The Greenland disaster isn't embarrassing, it's dangerous. NATO allies alarmed. One retired admiral. This isn't strategy, it's instability. When you threaten military action against allied territory, you are destabilizing the entire international order. Factor 3. Legal walls closing in. Criminal cases accelerating. Supreme Court refusing stays. One Republican lawyer privately. We are going to nominate someone who could be in federal custody by November. When you combine electoral vulnerability, foreign recklessness, and criminal exposure, defending Trump isn't uncomfortable. It's political suicide. Inside McConnell's office Wednesday morning, he started by playing the full audio of Trump. I don't need the Senate. These people work for me. He played it twice. Nobody spoke. The silence was suffocating because everyone understood. This wasn't a president frustrated with Congress. This was a president declaring Congress irrelevant. John Thune spoke first. We can't defend this. Not the Greenland rhetoric, not the power demands, not the primary threats. We can't go on TV and explain this to exhausted voters. Barrasso responded, if we oppose him publicly, he destroys us individually. We watched it happen to Romney, Cassidy, Cheney. How is this different? McConnell leaned in. Here's how it's different. He's going to destroy us anyway. The question isn't whether we survive. The question is whether we go down defending him or defending the institution. If we don't draw the line now, there won't be an institution left. Barrasso sat in silence for 30 seconds. You're asking me to commit political suicide, McConnell. I'm asking you to do your job. Barrasso said yes. 4 men, 4 votes. The structure that kept the party united for 8 years began to crack. What happened next was stunning. 9:15 a.m. McConnell called 15 senior senators. Simple message. We're doing this. Are you with us? 3 committed immediately. Romney, Collins, Murkowski. But 2 commitments shocked everyone. Lindsey Graham and Marco Rubio. Graham is Trump's most vocal defender, golfed with him last weekend, went on TV hundreds of times defending every controversy. And he just broke. According to a source close to him, Graham told colleagues, I defended everything, indictments, investigations, rhetoric. But I won't defend threatening to invade allied territory. I won't defend dismantling Senate authority. There's a line and he crossed it. 10:47 a.m., letter drafted. 5 pages, constitutional language. Key phrase, we cannot in good conscience enable conduct that threatens constitutional order. 12 signatures by noon. 11:30 a.m. Trump found out. Aide alerted via encrypted message. Trump's response, all caps, traitors, all of them, watch what happens. 2:15 p.m. He called Lindsey Graham, less than 2 minutes. Trump, you're dead to me. Graham, then I'm dead. Call ended. Trump tried McConnell 3 times. McConnell didn't answer. 1:40 p.m. The split became visible. House Republicans issued full support for the president. Senate Republicans stayed silent. At 3 p.m., the letter leaked intentionally. Washington Post received a copy. Politico confirmed signatures. By 3:15 p.m., full text published. The political world understood. Open revolt. And here's the part that shows how serious this is. Senate leadership prepared a 3-stage contingency plan. Stage 1. If Trump attacks publicly, 5 additional senators issue support statements. Leadership holds press conference. Probability 80%. Stage 2. If Trump launches primaries, committee commits $50 million to defend incumbents. Denies funds to challengers. Probability 60%. Stage 3. If Trump continues escalating, Senate advances formal resolution limiting emergency powers with Democrats. Possible censure vote. Probability 30%. 1 senator involved. We've war-gamed every scenario. If he wants a fight, we're prepared. This time, we're not backing down. While Republicans tore themselves apart, Democrats made a brilliant strategic choice. Chuck Schumer had 2 options: exploit the chaos by attacking Trump and Republicans together, or stay silent and let Republicans own the division. He chose silence. Why? Because when Democrats don't attack, the story becomes just Trump versus his own party, and Trump can't win that narrative. Democrats removed his most effective weapon. Guidance sent. No statements criticizing Republican letter. No celebration. Silent offers to co-sponsor power limitations if Republicans advance them. Wednesday night, Trump's Truth Social account exploded. 27 posts in 90 minutes. All caps. Rhinos destroyed party. Primary all of them. Leadership equals deep state. 5:15 p.m. First primary challenge announced. Target: Lindsey Graham in South Carolina. Graham's response in 4 words: bring it on. 9:30 p.m. The count reached 17. 17 senators publicly aligned, 5 more privately committed. The magic number everyone's watching: 18. 18 Republicans plus all Democrats blocks emergency powers. 18 means Trump loses. Thursday morning revealed something devastating. Internal polling data leaked. Generic Republican candidate in swing states, +2. Same candidate with Trump endorsement, -4. 6-point swing when Trump gets involved. The difference between holding the Senate and losing it completely. 7:30, bombshell nobody reported. 42 Republican Senate staffers signed internal letter threatening mass resignations if bosses backtrack. Junior staff forcing their bosses' hands. When the people who answer phones refuse to work, the operation collapses. 8:15, U.S. Chamber of Commerce. Constitutional stability essential. Translation: stop the chaos or we stop funding. 9. Allies. UK, Germany, France, NATO publicly rebuked the American president. Trump created a genuine international crisis. Trump chose escalation. Announced emergency rally. South Carolina, Graham State, this Saturday. Message crystal clear: real Republicans versus rhinos. War declared publicly. But here's what McConnell did that nobody knows. He quietly contacted 5 moderate Democrats: Manchin, Sinema, Tester, Brown, Casey. Direct message: if we advance power limitations, will you support it? All said yes. Math done. 17 Republicans, 5 Democrats, 22 votes. Only need 18 to block with simple majority. Trump lost. He doesn't know it yet, but the revolt succeeded. Let me explain why this is a fundamental shift. First, fear doesn't work anymore. When political survival requires distance from Trump instead of loyalty, fear reverses. You can't primary 17 senators. The party can't survive that war. Second, collective action breaks authoritarian control. Authoritarians eliminate targets one by one, but when targets act together, the dynamic changes. McConnell made it structural. Nobody's isolated when everyone signs. Third, institutions resist when they choose to. The Senate has constitutional authority Trump needs. For 8 years, it surrendered voluntarily. Now it's taking it back. 3 scenarios. Scenario 1. Trump backs down, moderates rhetoric, abandons powers, declares victory. Probability 25%. Scenario 2. Stalemate. Trump continues attacks without total war. Senate firm without advancing limitations. Tension through election. Probability 50%. Scenario 3. Complete rupture. Total primaries. Limitations approved with Democrats. Formal split. Electoral catastrophe. Probability 25%. My assessment. Scenario 2. Slowly drifting toward 3. The division won't heal. It will gradually widen until something breaks permanently. Here's what you need to understand. This revolt isn't about Greenland or tariffs. It's about who controls the Republican Party. Trump demanded absolute authority. The Senate said no. That no changes everything. The fracture is structural, political survival calculation. But here's what concerns me. When authoritarians feel cornered, they escalate. Trump has never faced a revolt like this. What happens when the attack targets his own party? Can the Republican Party survive a civil war? Can American democracy survive a party tearing itself apart? We're about to find out. Subscribe now and turn on notifications, because in the next 48 hours, 3 things will happen. Trump either backs down or doubles down. Republicans either hold firm or fracture. And we'll know if this revolt becomes a revolution or failed resistance. Tell me in the comments, would the Republican Party survive or is it finished for good? The next 72 hours determine whether Trump controls the party or the party finally controls Trump. See you in the next video.